have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These killer cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These killer cops.
George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, albeit tragic, were instances that I think really resonated with young people, especially because we've seen so many high-profile instances in our young lives, right?
No peace. No peace.
I feel like oftentimes in the political arena that is an underutilized energy that can have a seismic impact.
Right now we're with a group of demonstrators and you hear what they're calling for. No justice, no peace, Black Lives Matter, justice for George Floyd, Breonna Taylor. This started with a handful of people just earlier this week. And now there are a whole bunch of folks marching down 14th Street, led by Generation Z.
They march for their lives, they march for Me Too, they march for the climate, and now the generation that's been thrown from one crisis to the next through their high school and college years are marching to say Black Lives Matter, and many of them are at the forefront of the movement. That might not be surprising considering that compared to every other generation in America, Generation Z has followed the protests more closely and is more critical of how both police and the president have handled the demonstrations. Some of DC's protests have been organized by a newly formed group called Concerned Citizens, led by a handful of young Black men and women in their teens and early 20s.
How's it going? I'm Christian, man. Nice to meet you, very nice to meet you, man. Yeah, it's good to be here. You guys got a turnout here. It's hot as hell, but was it like a part of the name? It's like it seems like a broad sort of umbrella. Do you feel like that allows for more people to come in and feel like included in this movement?
Oh yeah, bro. That's the whole idea, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole reason why we even did this, because anybody can kind of feel that and be like, oh, I'm a concerned citizen too. Like, you know what I'm saying? That kind of brings in like white allies and all of the types of non-Black allies as well. But we wanted to do something whereby as many like young people, different people of different cultures and races kind of come together.
Whose house? Our house. Whose house? Our house. Whose house? Our house. Whose street? Our street. Whose street? Our street. Say, I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like.
So if everyone could take a knee, we know it's hot out. We are going to read the names of our fallen brothers and sisters who have fallen at the hands of police violence. Tatiana Jefferson.
Tatiana Jefferson.
Audrey Marshall.
Audrey Marshall.
Michael Brown.
Michael Brown.
Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor.
Eric Garner.
Eric Garner.
George Mann.
George Mann.
George Floyd.
George Floyd.
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
Marie Fair.
Marie Fair.
The Declaration of Independence says, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that amongst these rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. How do we enjoy that in a world where that list was so long that was just read? All lives matter, but they will not matter until Black Lives Matter.
We can't wait. We can't wait.
Let's go.
We can't wait. We can't wait. We can't wait. We can't wait. We can't wait.
It's easy to overlook the organization that goes into protests these days. A wide range of groups get the word out, work with city government, help manage staging areas that provide food and water to protesters, and make a clear list of demands, which for Concerned Citizens includes charges for the officers in Breonna Taylor's death, an end to the police practice of chokeholds, and a list of other items. And of course, a big part of getting that message out to the world is social media. For this group, mainly Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Arab Spring happen through social media, right? And so what we realize is in real time, we have the power to affect revolutionary change through these things that we use so trivially on any given day.
It's just a matter of, creating a flyer, letting people know where you want to meet, and being clear and intentional about the messaging you're putting out there, and people will show up, especially now. We saw a lot of passion right now, but not a lot of direction necessarily.
We have a lot of energy here, right? It's time to take this energy and it's time to translate it to more than just some sexy moment that is trending right now, right? Right. It is time to do more